Hey guys, what's up? It's Ryan Winchester here coming at you guys with another video today. Welcome back to the channel. Now, before we talk about anything, the first thing I want to bring up here is you haven't seen a video posted on this channel since WrestleMania. It's been since April. That's almost 2 months. So I do apologize for not being around. Just a lot of stuff came in the way, but I'm back and I got a lot of stuff to talk about here. So I don't want to waste any more time here. We're going to talk about WWE, we're going to talk about AEW, and we're going to talk about the future in general. What do I see happening in the next couple of months as we get closer to the end of this year? So let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into it. Hello? Daniel?
I'm back.
What are you doing here?
What do you mean what I'm doing here?
What?
We're here to talk about wrestling, aren't we?
I mean,
We got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, but hello. What was the last time you were in my videos?
That doesn't matter.
Has it been since like high school?
It may have been since that long, but we got a lot to talk about.
Oh my God. Okay, well, it's a blast from the past, I guess.
I guess so. Well, I'm back.
Oh wait. Okay. I wasn't expecting to have a co-host, but guys, Daniel's back.
I'm back.
Oh my God. How have you been?
You know what? I've been good. I've been really good, but wrestling has been better since the last time I was on here. Wrestling has been amazing.
Wrestling has been awesome. You know what's crazy? The last time we talked about wrestling with this guy, Vince McMahon was still in charge.
Vince McMahon was still in charge, and
that name is not to be brought up anymore.
Since he's been gone, it's been so much better in the WWE.
Triple H is running both Raw and SmackDown. Shawn Michaels is running NXT.
I don't even think AEW was a company.
No.
Back when I was last on your channel.
Wow, a lot has changed.
Has changed.
Wow. Well, welcome back. Unexpectedly, it was not I was not expecting this, but holy shit.
Good to be back.
It's a blast from the past. All right, so I guess let's get back into it. So,
right.
What are your thoughts on everything that's been going on recently with what we've been seeing?
Oh, man, so much stuff has happened within the past couple months since WrestleMania. I think, we need to start off with what happened right after WrestleMania, which is AEW Revolution, which was a very good pay-per-view. And I will admit, AEW knows how to do a good pay-per-view. Say what you will about them, but Tony Khan delivers on his pay-per-views.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. Now, there is a video where I did talk about Revolution, and it is on the channel. You guys can go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. But that was 100% one of the best pay-per-views. Revolution always delivers, though. Not just AEW pay-per-views, but I feel like Revolution has always been a pay-per-view in general that Tony Khan has always put on a banger show for.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just like how Double or Nothing is basically like their SummerSlam. I would say Revolution is more like their WrestleMania.
I agree. Yeah, that's true.
Just because they put up they put so much into the story. They take a lot of time to build up to the actual matches.
All Out and All In are also very, very good pay-per-views that they do. And we're lucky enough to be in Chicago where most of the time they're here.
Yeah,
for the big pay-per-views.
All Out is Chicagoland for sure. I was actually at I was at the last All Out last year when I saw Bryan Danielson compete against Ricky Starks in a strap match. A lot of shit went down. CM Punk was fired from AEW that same day or that same weekend when we went to Collision the day before. It was crazy.
Yeah. I was lucky enough to see the first ever All In back in 2019 before AEW was even on TV, and that was a treat.
A show that I should have been to, but I still happened to watch it, and still an incredible show to say the least. But yeah.
Anyways, let's get to it.
Talking about Bryan Danielson real quick, can I just talk about how great it is to hear the Final Countdown live in person?
Oh, that was insane.
Insane. Holy shit. You want to talk about wrestling crowds that are energetic as fuck? When you hear the Final Countdown by Europe playing in a wrestling venue, the crowd goes absolutely ballistic. Insane. I mean, it was awesome. Everybody was singing at the top of their lungs. It was awesome. It was so great. Just like how nowadays everyone's doing the Jey Uso, everyone's fucking doing LA Knight, whoa, Cody Rhodes. Even in AEW, everyone's doing spray.
You just love to see them get the crowd involved. I love that.
Yes, without a doubt. So yeah, getting back into Revolution here, the main thing that was by far the best thing that happened on that show was Will Ospreay's his main debut as a full-time AEW superstar. He competed against Konosuke Takeshita, and I think a lot of people don't really know how good Takeshita is until you let that man perform.
Yeah, no, he knows.
That man knows how to fucking wrestle.
Knows how to put up a good match.
Yes, he does.
And when you pair him up against Will Ospreay, it's just a classic.
See, and I thought Ospreay and Takeshita was great until we transitioned to Dynasty a month later, and then you put Bryan Danielson against Ospreay in a fucking dream match. Oh my god.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
That match had us all on the edge of our seats. I mean, just nonstop action.
Back and forth, fast paced.
Honestly, you didn't know who was going to win because both of them were just, they had so much momentum going into the match. And the ending of it was insane. I legit thought that Bryan Danielson got legit hurt. As we know, he has a history with his neck. So when I saw Ospreay hit that Tiger Driver on him, I thought that he got hurt again. But luckily he didn't. But Ospreay had to retire the move because of that.
Now, we don't know if he's actually bringing it back or if he's just keeping it retired right now.
We've seen guys before, such as Rollins with the buckle bomb and the curb stomp, bring back moves that he's injured people with. So we don't know. We'll have to see.
Randy Orton's even teased doing the pump kick, but he's not doing it, but he still teases it. You know, stuff like that happens. But yes, by far one of the best fucking matches, not just in AEW, but in wrestling overall. If you are a pro wrestling fan and you have not seen Bryan Danielson versus Will fucking Ospreay,
You have to watch
at AEW Dynasty, you need to go watch that match.
Even if you are not even that big of a fan of AEW and you strictly watch WWE, I would still recommend watching that match.
If you don't know who Will Ospreay is, you will know exactly who Will Ospreay is once you go watch that match.
Yep.
And you will know why Will Ospreay is considered one of the best damn wrestlers in the entire world.
Right now, Will Ospreay is must-see.
He's
TV.
on another level.
He's must-see TV right now. I'd say he's a top 5 star in AEW, if not the number 1 star in AEW right now.
You know, there's a YouTuber that I watch, JD from NY206. I actually met him in person. The first Forbidden Door in Chicago. I met him at the bar right down the street from the show before the show started, and I met him. And it's funny because he brought up a great point recently. He basically said the way that Cody Rhodes is in WWE is how Will Ospreay should be in AEW.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a fantastic point that he brought up. Because think about it. Look at how Cody Rhodes has been since he came back to WWE. And like, what, 5, 6, 7 years?
He's automatically the biggest babyface in the company.
I mean, they made him the top fucking star in WWE. To the point where when he won that WWE championship at WrestleMania, in the biggest WrestleMania of all time, to have The Rock show up,
Cena,
Undertaker. I mean, and then you have the entire roster come out and celebrate with him after the match.
That was insane.
Bruce Pritchard came out. He hugged Michael Cole.
Triple H came out.
Even fucking Nick Khan was shown on TV.
And you want to know what's crazy about WrestleMania? This is the first WrestleMania that I've seen people that normally who don't watch wrestling, they watch this WrestleMania.
Yes. I mean, dude, even Logan Paul. Can we talk about Logan Paul for a second? By the way, shout out to Prime Energy. I love Prime. Logan Paul, the owner of Prime, along with KSI. We got to talk about Logan Paul in general, how great of a star has he been?
You know what? I'll be honest. Logan Paul as a person, I'm not the biggest fan of, if I'm being honest. But Logan Paul as a wrestler, fantastic. I cannot judge him whatsoever on his in-ring work. He's good on the mic. Yes. He's good in ring. I mean, what more can you ask for from him?
When it comes down to celebrities being a part of WWE, now Bad Bunny, he surprised me.
He surprised me as well.
His match with Damian Priest at last year's Backlash in Puerto Rico.
That's a classic.
I mean, that venue, when he came out to Shambea and the crowd was singing at the top of the lungs, that was amazing. It was like a concert.
We definitely need to see another pay-per-view in Puerto Rico.
Absolutely. And we'll talk about the other Backlash because
France was good too.
France was a whole different fucking level.
I mean, yeah, if WWE is going to continue to bring these pay-per-views to these different types of countries, hey, I'm all for it.
I am so all for it too. Now, getting back to Logan Paul here. Now, I did mention that Cody finished the story, right? Mm-hmm. Logan Paul, the current United States champion, he was actually in the crowd when Cody won the title. I don't know if you know that.
Wow.
And he actually almost cried when Cody won that title. Because it just goes to show here, he's not just a wrestler. He's not just, a superstar, but he's also a fan.
Which is awesome to see.
You don't see a lot of that nowadays with celebrities.
You love to see it.
Love to see it.
I saw so many people get emotional for Cody winning, and it's like...
Oh, I'm sure we all were.
We all were.
We all saw it live at Chris's house.
I will admit, though, I am going to miss that Roman Reigns title reign, because that Roman Reigns title reign was probably one of the best I've ever seen,
Superior.
if not the best.
A lot of people have shit on Roman for the amount of times that he held that title. I mean,
the storyline,
modern day title reign, nobody's ever going to top Roman Reigns. He held that title for damn near 4 years.
Yep.
4 fucking years. From the pandemic days up until now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, Roman Reigns is considered, without a doubt, John Cena calls him the greatest of all time, and you see why.
Yeah, no doubt. Roman Reigns is just, he's levels above. I mean, it says it on his t-shirt.
Yeah, look where he came from when he was just, he was considered fucking Vince's lapdog.
Yep.
Where he was being shoved down our throats.
When Roman Reigns was a babyface, I hated him. I'm sure a lot of other people hated him,
but
too.
I mean, aligning him with Paul Heyman.
As soon as he became a heel, when he joined up with Paul Heyman, fantastic. I loved him.
The best saga was the whole Island of Relevancy.
With
Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Solo,
Rock,
Sammy.
And we're still seeing new members come in now, too.
Even with Roman,
Tama
even with Roman away from TV, Roman is dearly missed. Cody's doing his thing right now. Cody's been fantastic as WWE champion.
His feud with AJ Styles has been fun.
And they're rumored to have another match at Clash of the Castle.
Speaking of that, if you guys saw AJ Styles' callback to when Mark Henry did his fake retirement, Styles did it just a few nights ago on SmackDown. Oh, that was funny.
That was great.
That was good.
He actually had people fooled. I'm not stupid to fall for that. I had a feeling it was going to happen. I mean, you saw the bright colored suit he was wearing. I'm like, you know what? This is giving me flashback to when Mark Henry did this to John Cena.
Yep.
And sure enough, they had us all fooled.
Yep. And as we know, I know AJ Styles, he's coming up on, I know that he's going to retire eventually. I give him like maybe 5-6 more years, because even he knows that he wants to be at his fullest 100%.
Can you believe he just turned 47 years old?
It's crazy, and he's still performing great.
I mean, the match with Cody Rhodes at Backlash, holy shit, man.
The only thing that is a little sad is because of injuries, unfortunately, he's had to miss a few WrestleManias, but...
Yeah, but I mean, in general, like, that match, holy shit.
It was a great match at Backlash.
I need to see more of that. They put on a fucking banger. They went damn near almost 30 minutes at the end of the show, and they killed it.
Yep.
I mean, that's one of my favorite Cody Rhodes matches of all time. But, I mean, AJ Styles, you could never go wrong with that.
And the France crowd, that match was incredible.
That crowd was unfucking believable. Every time, there was only 5 matches on that entire show. 5 matches. And you look at AEW, and fucking Tony Khan is putting damn near 14 fucking matches,
On a
including the
pay-per-view.
pre-show,
Yep.
for almost damn near 6 hours. That's way too long.
Yep.
And you wonder why WrestleMania went to 2 nights. Now SummerSlam is going to 2 nights starting in 2026.
Honestly, I don't like that.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think it should just be exclusive for WrestleMania, because if they're going to have SummerSlam be 2 nights, then I'm going to see them do Royal Rumble for 2 nights, but with, one day's going to be the Women's Royal Rumble, the next day's going to be the Men's Royal Rumble.
I mean, but that I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind either, but I honestly just like keeping my stuff condensed, and I like having, the main, exciting stuff to be put into one night.
I could see that.
I understand why they're doing it 2 nights. They want to fit everyone into the card, but I mean, it gets a lot for some people. No, I don't normally mind, more wrestling. Nobody minds that, but,
The wrestling has been a lot better, I will say that.
I will admit that ever since Vince McMahon's been gone, the storylines have been better. Yeah. Everything's been better. I mean, Triple H knows what he's doing.
Killing it, Raw and SmackDown. Shawn Michaels been killing it on NXT. Hell, on NXT, let's talk about NXT for a second. And a lot of people don't watch NXT because it's not how NXT was back in the day with Black and Gold. Black and Gold was historic, with the best fucking era of NXT.
Yep, I will admit I haven't been watching NXT as much, but it's been getting exciting.
Yes, I didn't watch it as much during the 2.0 saga.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch it all that much. I did watch a little bit of it. But ever since they split away from the 2.0 shit and they brought back the original black and gold colors, I'm like, okay, I'm going to start watching again. And boy, I haven't been disappointed.
Yep.
Trick Williams is the NXT champion.
Star.
Dude, that guy's the future. I mean, I thought Carmelo Hayes was the future, but man, the way they're building up Trick Williams, he's a fucking star in the making.
And you want to talk about crowd interaction. When Trick Williams comes out to whoop that Trick, imagine how it's going to be like when he goes to the main roster and the crowd just starts chanting, whoop that Trick.
I mean, we already got a preview of that when he came out on an episode of SmackDown. I think it was back in December. Mm-hmm. The crowd was actually cheering for him. Yep. And he said, whoop that Trick.
And you got to have Booker T on commentary, too.
Yep, you got to. So, I mean, the crowds have been so much louder, too, with certain superstars. I mean, you want to talk about, fan favorites, CM Punk, Randy Orton.
Well, that's another thing, too. CM Punk coming back. Yes. I mean, who thought that would happen?
Nope. Jey Uso. Oh, my God, man. I love when Jey Uso comes out. Oh, now he's got the Fireflies. I mean, the tributes to Bray Wyatt. I mean, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. We all miss you. God rest your soul.
Speaking of Bray Wyatt, we've been seeing the little Uncle Howdy vignettes that pop up during Raw.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Every time we're watching it, whether it's Raw, whether it's SmackDown,
it's always something
QR codes pop up. And before, they used to just tease it. Now, it's like they put it directly in your face.
Yep.
To the point where you have to pause the show to see what it is that they're teasing.
It's going to be really interesting to see what they do. I'm hoping that they knock it out of the park with this. I've been hearing rumors that it's going to be a team or a faction. So it's going to be Uncle Howdy. I heard they signed Rowan now, so Rowan's going to be back.
Rowan's coming back, yep.
Dexter Lumis possibly is going to be in it.
He apparently has a different look now.
Maybe Nikki Cross.
They also stated Joe Gacy from NXT is officially
That's going to be interesting.
Called up to the main roster.
He could be in that group.
Yep.
It's going to be very, very interesting.
Alexa Bliss might be back.
Yeah, we've been waiting for her for a while.
I mean, shit, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And there's so much stuff going on in the world of wrestling. I mean, dude, I can't even remember how much stuff I've had to, catch up on.
Listen.
There's so much stuff to talk about.
If you're a wrestling fan and you're bored right now, what are you watching?
Exactly.
What are you watching?
Getting back to the Bray Wyatt thing. Did you watch the Bray Wyatt documentary?
I did. I saw some of it.
Man,
that
emotional. Thing was very
emotional.
But my God, man, Bray Wyatt is
he's so creative.
The best creative stars. The mindset, the promos.
Yep. And one thing that I found very, very interesting was that he put, even with his costumes, he put little hints and little references. He put his kids' birthdays or his kids' names on his attire. I think that that's so cool.
In the documentary, before it ended, they even showed what the Fiend was supposed to look like before Bray Wyatt passed away.
I saw that.
They had the Fiend coming back, and they had a different view of it, and it was the most bizarre yet amazing thing I've ever seen.
The mask looks so
That
cool.
mask was something else.
That was an amazing mask.
Man, do I miss Bray
It would have
Wyatt.
been amazing to see that, you know, on TV, possibly at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he went too soon. And Bray Wyatt, we dearly miss you. But luckily, we're getting Uncle Howdy soon, so that should be good.
I mean, you see the way Bo looks. He's starting to look like Bray Wyatt.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be nice.
If you look at the way Bo Dallas is resembling as his brother, it's like a mirror-spitting image. It's crazy.
Speaking of Bo Dallas, Liv Morgan, I know Bo Dallas was with Liv for a bit. How about the stuff going on with Dom Mysterio and Liv? I bet you must be upset about that.
Man, what is going on with that?
So Dom has 3 girls.
Mommy's out. We're waiting for Rhea Ripley to come back. Judgment Day is having problems. Liv Morgan is getting herself involved. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Liv Morgan literally made out with Dom to end Monday Night Raw.
She took Mommy's title from Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is a free agent as of yesterday.
Which we were just talking. I think she's going to resign. There's no way. If Rollins signed a new deal, why would she go to AEW or some other promotion?
I mean, shit. Drew McIntyre was rumored to be leaving. I think he just resigned. Ricochet's deal's expiring this summer. Chad Gable's supposed to renew his contract. There's a lot of contracts that have to be renewed. Chad Gable. Can we talk about Chad Gable?
Chad Gable, I was waiting for him to turn heel after the Sammy stuff, and it's been fantastic. Now, what I think is going to happen, and I would say that you would agree with this, is that
Creed Brothers.
Creed Brothers are going to join up. Remember Kurt Angle with Charlie Haas, Shelton Benjamin?
Yep.
It's going to be just like that, except it's going to be Chad Gable as Kurt Angle and the Creed Brothers filling in the Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas role.
The Creed Brothers are in another role, man. I mean, shit, these guys were unbelievable in NXT, and they are being pushed. They're going to be pushed to the moon on the main roster. Yep. I mean, they're already showing what they can do in the ring.
Yep,
but
they're
wait
fantastic.
until they're paired up with Chad Gable.
Yep, they are fantastic in the ring. I will admit, though, the only flaw about them is their theme song. It's so generic.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed they changed up their theme song. I mean, I didn't mind the theme song they had in NXT.
Which, speaking of theme songs, Def Rebel, I mean...
Def Rebel is enough.
I think they make about 3 or 2 out of 10 good theme songs. I will admit, Jey Uso's theme song is great. Jimmy Uso's theme song is great. They make a couple good theme songs, but a lot of the songs they make sound just so generic and bad. And one trend that I hate with them is that they always do like a little intro before the song begins. Like for Damian Priest, it's All Rise. For Tiffany Stratton, it's Tiffy time. And I'm starting to notice that more and more. And honestly, I can't get with it. It works for some guys, but for others, it just does not work.
Can you imagine? I would hate if they fucking did this to Roman. I love Roman's theme song. They've got the final boss.
Imagine it starts with Acknowledge Me.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Imagine they change Roman to Acknowledge Me.
That would be terrible.
No, man. You got to stop that.
But anyways, I think we've been talking a lot about WWE. Let's move on to AEW.
So Swerve Strickland is the AEW World Champion right now. He took the title off of Samoa Joe at Dynasty. Samoa Joe, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's in this whole saga with Jericho as FTW champion, part of the learning tree.
Yeah, I was telling this too before. Why does Jericho have so many nicknames? Like Y2J, the Ayatollah of Rock and Roll, the learning tree,
the demigod,
Le Champion,
the Ultra,
the Painmaker. Why does this guy need so many nicknames? And I would have to say the learning tree is probably...
The man of 1,000 holds.
Yep, I would say the learning tree is probably the worst nickname that he's ever had. Because what do you have to learn from Jericho? I mean, clearly Sammy Guevara didn't have anything to learn from him. He's not even in with him anymore.
And Sammy Guevara's been suspended.
Yeah, that too. So, I mean, if he had to learn anything from Jericho, the learning tree, it's how to get suspended.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, I don't know what to talk. I don't even know about that. The whole fucking learning tree thing is really bizarre to say the least. And you got Big Cass, Big Bill. He's a part of it too. Katsuyori Shibata's in there.
It's weird.
Brian Keith, the bounty hunter. I mean, dude, what the fuck are they doing with Jericho, man?
I don't know.
At this point, just give the title back to Hook.
Well, I heard a rumor that Hook, his contract was expiring, that he might go to WWE.
You know what? I think that was something that his father brought up, that Taz actually wanted him to go to WWE so he could train with the people in NXT.
Which, that makes sense, honestly. That would be a good fit for Hook.
It would be.
Considering how young he is, and he's a tremendous talent, but...
I don't know if they would keep the name Hook, though.
We'll have to see what they do.
I don't know. But, yeah. So, getting back to it. Swerve Strickland's AEW World Champion. Will fucking Ospreay, which you talked about earlier, is AEW International Champion.
He's going to be future AEW World Champion,
without a doubt. Without a fucking doubt. I mean, the matches this man has had since becoming a full-time AEW superstar, Konosuke Takeshita, Revolution, Bryan Danielson at Dynasty. I mean, shit, the match he had with Kyle Fletcher on Dynamite was fantastic. And I don't even like Kyle Fletcher like that. But holy shit, like, that match opened my eyes for Kyle Fletcher.
Yep. Ospreay just knows how to put on a good match with anyone. I mean...
We recently just saw him fight Kyle O'Reilly on Collision.
Yep, and that was a good match.
Banger match.
I mean... You know, I think Will Ospreay could have a match against Omos and it would still turn out to be a good match.
Omos.
Or Satnam Singh. I mean, that's how good Ospreay is. I mean, he's just fantastic. And another thing, MJF, him being finally back in AEW.
Oh my goodness, man.
I mean...
Can we talk about Maxwell Jacob Friedman for a second? Holy shit.
I mean, MJF...
You know what? Were you at the show? What was it? It was All Out. Were you at All Out when Better Than You Bebe was tag team champions in Ring of Honor?
I wasn't at that show, but I saw it on pay-per-view.
MJF was world champion?
Yep. I saw it on pay-per-view. I remember...
Oh my God, man.
I remember that team. That was a lot of fun.
That team is goated.
Yep, that was a great team, but we all knew that it was going to end eventually.
Undisputed Kingdom.
Yep.
Adam Cole is back. He's healthy.
Yep.
He's taking a bump now. I mean, what the fuck are they doing with Wardlow? He had a shot at Samoa Joe when he was champion.
I have to say that they did drop the ball with Wardlow.
Wardlow,
I thought he was going to be a world champion.
He should have been world champion by now.
But I don't know what they're doing with him right now.
I don't really care too much about the Kingdom. Roderick Strong, though, I mean,
Roderick
he's fucking
Strong
great.
is good.
I mean, the match he had with fucking Ospreay and what was it?
It was
Double
against
or Nothing.
Yep, and then we just saw him have a match with Leo Rush, and that was a good match.
Oh my God, man! See, if you let these wrestlers actually fucking perform, you'll understand why they're good as what they fucking do.
Yep,
they're not just just your simple wrestler they fucking show on TV.